Justin Bieber and the cancellation of his tour, which absolutely shocked not only his fans, but a lot of people around him.
Has split a bunch of people. There's a very polarizing time to be a believer right now.
Huge rift in Justin Bieber's world with people who he works with and also among his fans because he decided to, not complete the tour, which only had 14 dates left. And we now have a better picture of why he did this, because people connected to the Hillsong Church, where Justin, is a member, are telling us that he has rededicated his life to Christ and felt like he needed to put more of his time toward that and didn't want to get back on the road. And that's why he decided to not complete the tour, which is not sitting well with some of his crew members.
Because they're out of a job. They don't have any, they rely on Justin Bieber's performance to make money.
Right, 200 plus people who were, part of the traveling crew for the Purpose Tour now suddenly find themselves out of work, and we're told that they had no hint of this at all, that they were completely blindsided. And I think part of what really upset them also was right after we broke the story yesterday that Justin was canceling the tour, we got a couple hours later some video of him in Santa Monica, and you can tell in this video he looks like he is completely relieved, but not necessarily apologetic, certainly not to his crew for canceling the tour.
You've had to cancel the tour, man? Is everything okay, or?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just had enough of being on the road, or?
I've been on tour for 2 years.
Yeah, that's a long stretch, right?
Yeah.
Looking forward to some downtime.
Yeah, just resting and getting some relaxation. We're gonna ride some bikes.
Nice. Any message for the fans?
I love you guys. I think you guys are awesome. Sorry for anybody who feels like disappointed or betrayed. It's not my heart or anything. And have a blessed day.
Have a blessed day.
Have a blessed day.
Listen, here's the situation.
This is a really tough situation, I think, because
it is.
On the one hand, you want to respect, if Justin wants to dedicate his life to his religion and to Christ, that is absolutely his right.
Right, but here's the deal. You don't want to respect it, you have to respect it.
Right.
If he's looking towards his eternity, which is what his religion is based upon, and his soul, there's certain things that are more important than him being out there and performing. You would have to respect any crisis of that magnitude.
But you guys don't think 14 shows over the course of 3 more months, he can't kind of squeeze it in there somewhere?
Yeah, I mean, the other part, Brad, that's the other part of it, is that the remaining part of the tour was not really rigorous as far as travel.
Right, it was mostly in the U.S., and then there was a couple stops in Japan to end it out.
Well, it's not rigorous to us.
No, it was spread out and not rigorous to Justin, but what we're told is compared to the rest of the tour, this was like he could actually fly in the day of, do the show, and fly back.
Here's my point.
And he's not in economy on United Airlines either. It's a private jet.
Here's my point. Justin Bieber came to a point to where he decided that he could no longer go on. Now, if you're believing that he did this in a cavalier fashion, that's one thing. I personally don't believe that. I will say this. It would be a great measure of good faith to find some way to compensate the crew and the people who are relying on him for the rest of it. That would be something that Jesus actually would do. You know what I mean? So if you're asking yourself what would he do, he would make sure everyone that put their company would be.
But you'll have to understand from the tour side of it, from the tour, from his crew, they saw Justin walk out and say, smiling like, "Oh no, everything's fine." So
well, what do you want to see him? You want to see a nervous breakdown? You want to see him?
But I think what they would like to have heard is, look, I know that I've left some people in the lurch, and I'm really sorry for that.
Well, he said he was sorry on the video.
Well, he apologized to the fans.
Right. So I mean, for me...
But he looked extremely happy. And my thing is, he's very wealthy. He's been with Carl Lentz for the past month. He has, a little more shows? And why not take Carl with you on the road? Or why not take a pastor and do all these things that he's done in the past and FaceTime and do all this stuff? So I guess I just don't understand what the recommitment is why it's so much more than he's always done.
You know that in the last month we've seen Justin, we know that he's been involved in the church for a long time. For several years, we even know that he goes to services with Hillsong. Mm-hmm. But remember, this was beginning of July when he was down in Australia. They had a huge event, and Justin was front and center. I mean, was very involved.
Perhaps here he had some sort of awakening that told him he needs to be dedicated his life more seriously and more aggressively to his religion. And if that's the case, I just don't understand how we can put a series of concerts in the same realm of getting right with God.
I know what
man.
you're saying, but put yourself in the shoes of the people who are counting on their livelihood is to go on this tour.
Yeah, no,
and now suddenly that's taken away from them.
No, I do get that, and like I said, I said this before. When you're working for a tour, or you're a roadie, or you're involved in a production, these tours start and end all the time. It sucks for them, and hopefully Justin will make some sort of, a gesture towards them. But he's got to take care of his soul if that's the case, man.
Hey guys, it's Oscar Cano from Houston, Texas. I respect Justin Bieber for getting closer to God. Maybe he's going through something. Maybe he just kind of needs to get back in touch with his out of religion. I don't know. Maybe he just needs a break, and we never know what he's going through. He might be going through some stuff, especially with all these people committing suicide. Maybe there's a lot of pressure to it. He just kind of needs to reset, and take some time off and clear his mind is what I think.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, he clearly, that's what he feels.
Yeah.
Make sure to subscribe to TMZ Live to keep up to date on the latest entertainment news.
And if you want to keep watching, click on one of these videos right now.